Yo, Rondo, what's going on? Yeah, I'm just talking till we get down to the gun range. A little late getting out. I got people, ladies and gentlemen that work at the post office. They give me. I got like 4 books in here. This is the one that's up in front. So they gave me this book because I keep telling them everything what they think it is, based on the Raiders, this, that, and the other, and the Civil War, isn't what it's been made out to be. It's a misdirect. It redirects. But we're gonna get into what you see the thumbnail. I couldn't upload a meme or a picture or anything because it would really be disturbing, and they can't hide that for you to tap on to see. If you know what self-immolation is, you know about the Vietnam, the so-called stories of the Ronins and all that kind of stuff. Just a week ago, about a week ago, a gentleman, 50 years young, self-immolized himself because of what's going on, trafficking and stuff like that. As you know, the Congolese, who are those, the media is not going to cover it because they're part of the deception. Everybody in the media is partaking in synthetic anarcone. I have people who are still drug dealers and people who are I can't say, badges and certain other costumes will say that the only reason why they go off the teams or whatever, right? It's enough. Is because that they would come across certain scenes that you never hear about, where they were finding these synthetic anarcone, like people utilizing who are way up there. So they want the real stuff. So you see all the missing children and everything else, and it's pervasive. You have people self-immolating, and still to this day about certain things, whether it be in Vietnam, still Buddhist monks, Tibetan, Africa, which we know is not called Africa, even Bangladesh, the original people there. I mean, who still have the original DNA. You have people who self-immolate here. I can't count how many times, but it happens more often. The only reason why they said at the witch call is because everybody saw it. Just a couple of years ago, and even last year in Korea, people walking down the street, setting themselves on fire from their work site, where they have their vegetable and fruit stands, literally looking around, part of a bigger thing, where they self-immolate. And you would allude to the fact that maybe a fact that you might believe to be an answer that they're doing it because they've lost hope. No, they're hoping people realize much more than that. And I'm not here to say, yeah, everybody should go out there and set themselves on fire. No, what I'm saying is people are waking up, and it's on everything that the enemy of you is going to do is speed everything up. Right now, you have this fictitious government, a Zionist in New York. I'm not going to say his name because I don't give none of them any kind of respect or props. Putting a bill forward, just listen to this, to stop people from selling weapons and ammo to Mexico and overseas. Well, we know who that is. ATF, CIA, y'all know the alphabet people. It ain't us. Now, maybe you got a couple of dumb knucklehead wannabe gangsters or whatever they want to call them, or gang members who, for whatever reason, owing or whatever, they don't need that. They know how to make the stuff. I literally have videos, 5 videos of them making AR-15, full automatics, 45s, SIGs. They know how to make the stuff. They don't need nothing from here. This is what I'm saying. This is the op-ed. This is what people aren't paying attention to. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, there's certain Jeeps riding around. I know the Jeeps. Anyway, right? I think it would only stay out of my view, they'd be all right. But the thing, like I'm saying, is this self-immolation is happening. And it's happening in Russia. It's happening in Ukraine. It's happening everywhere. We're not talking about the idiots who wear costumes, who become sociopaths and run around setting people on fire. It's a reality. This is something. Hear about what's going on, Rondo? I got you. People don't want to have these deep kind of conversations because most people are unaware. Like I said, until the media says something, people don't know it. I am grateful that I have people. That's the beautiful thing about being a veteran and still kind of in the circle where people are suggesting, say, hey, you heard about this? And I said, what are you talking about? And you know, Google, every time you visit sites, they you know, because it's not, they're not supposed to, but you know, it's all illegal, everything that's going on, as far as what we consider legal. And the legalese kind of speak, but it's very sad because youth are doing it as well. Yes, youth. We're talking about teenagers, and that at a particular time I was cool with. You know, we're a couple of centuries down the road, and I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with it at all. It's unnecessary, yet it's practical. And people, you individuals, you sentients, you will either keep adhering and listening to the liars who y'all sadly loathe in some morbid form or another, until you realize there is no loathing to be given, and you cannot be, you know, here we go, it's satiated. You cannot be filled by their scripts. Look, I don't know what to say as far as like how to stop it. Well, because mostly everybody knows how it can be stopped. But everybody, you still have the music industry, you still have the media industry, you have so many industries, so many conveyor belts of so much bad plutonium, so much, you know, FD yellow, red, and you know, all the things that are more cancerous. I can't say come together. I can't say any of that, because that's the last thing any of you will do. It's 70-something degrees, but it's hot. It feels hotter than that. And somebody has shared it, and I shared it with certain people on your Instagram, so you can see it before they take it down. Surprisingly, the fake alphabet people, I guess they want people to see it, or they just haven't caught on. It'll be taken down. Y'all don't know what it takes to do that. It's deeper than you can even understand. Now, slowly poisoning the body is one thing. Direct attacks are another. And they're real. There are some of us who can deal with it, but they'll be on the idiots. And the idiots aren't, they believe that they're beyond pain. Somebody put some serious super protein lies in their soup. On their fictional cereal, or on their great, wonderful fruits and vegetables and beautiful shots. They don't have a clue. But regardless of that, I say if people want to keep playing and parlaying on that side and continue to allow these things to happen, immolations and suicide, you know, 2-3 bullet shots to the back of the head, suicides, burying bodies, that costume characters and negligent murder or kill, it's considered homicide regardless. There's a lot of things that shows the imbalance, the impurity, the unrighteousness, and that makes it hard for people to ascend. And we're not talking about some fake you die and some 40-something maidens or whatever the hell that fake stuff is. No, you can ascend, and you are meant to ascend in the physical. Okay? And there's a reason why our ancestors built tiers and climbed up 12 feet, built upon the rocks when great wars were looming, and they saw that things were failing. There's a reason why they hid themselves. They wanted to reach that nova, the apex of what you're capable of. But the system has lied to you for so long. How do you undo that? People say they need me. I appreciate that. You need yourself. You just need to, but you need to also, a requirement is to listen. And most people have a very hard time doing that. Self-immolation is creating more fear. Yes, there are those who see it and the plight of it, and they'll march and join hands and put chains and lock handcuffs around themselves and put masks and everything else and whatever, all the other stuff that's not the answer. It'll reach more people though, so you can't come in here just because it's warm and you're flying now. Okay, I don't know if they dump you out of a helicopter, but you can't come in here. What's really important? A vehicle recall? Or you having full recall? I mean, it's up to you. The choice is always yours. And the problem is we have a society in large who continue against better judgment they continue to make the wrong choices. Damn near 100-fold. For somebody, if you want to call him Satan, whatever, call them him, whatever, you call him whatever you want. Yeah, it's bigger. It's not bigger than you, but it's bigger than what you conceptualize or perceive. There are those who are portraying and let's say prolificing in that's on that side, and they have no clue what they're doing. They think they know because they're all trained up and this, that, and the other. They have no idea. I mean, for Buzz Aldrin to come back from Antarctica, had to be put in a straitjacket, in a clam, and screaming, they're wicked, and and soon after, I mean, evil, and he played with it. And then many others who have spoke out who have played in it. It's always the last ones who realize it. And the ones who don't, they just feel like, okay, well, I'll be dead and that's it. Listen to me. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care what you've done. That is not it. That is a million times farthest from whatever truth you've been given. That is not it. But if you want to stay on that road and you've already killed 100 babies and trafficked women and drugs and poison and murdered the Iceman, whoa! If he could just be honest about his dreams, if he ain't already dead, I'm not here to, I don't sit here, I don't circle that wagon. He may have already the bucket. That's not the end. And everything they be teaching you, reincarnation, things I've kind of alluded to bring more people in, you better start looking at everything kind of flipped up. You know what I'm saying? Backwards. Look, man, either you're going to start paying attention and realize, and I don't care how sick you think you are, you better unsick yourself. That means unstick yourself. All right? The self-immolation is real. If you're real skittish or whatever, you have angst and all that other stuff, stay away from it. You can go ahead and read some of the stories, but be careful because the images are very graphic. You don't need to have because I'm speaking it, I don't need you to refocus your mind and have it in that state. Just have the knowledge that it's something real and it's ongoing. And yeah, people are literally wanting to be a voice and they can't amongst their peers. And that, to them, that's the final call, and it's sad. You dig what I'm saying? It's very sad. I got 3 people on here, 2 likes. I got 3 of my homies, wrenches on here, and people forgetting to hit that L. Come on, man. We need this to get around. And I wanted this to be friendly so that the youth can actually see it and know that it's not an answer. It's not the way. Everybody is more powerful and better. How often how many more times can I say better and more powerful? let me go in here and do what I got to do. Get home. We're gonna get some reading in. So this is a good book, and they gave me this one, and I got 4 more back there. It's 5 total. 4 total. See, 3 back there, and this one I'm really gonna get into. I'm not gonna read it right away. I'm gonna read this with the Lincoln papers and all that stuff. Yeah, and I think you guys are gonna really like this. But I'm gonna have to break a lot of this down to put it in its context compared to what's been written based upon 1865. Okay. All right. So let me get in here. Do a little ping, ping, ping with my whip, whip, whip. See, Freedom Seed Spitter, and your free gifts are enclosed. Wounded Warrior Project, a member for 20 years. Well, it's longer than that. And the Purple Heart Foundation. So let's see what we got over here in that. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. Nothing but respect. Which one of my brothers didn't hit that like, man? I'm on this internet over here. Which one of my brothers? Herb, you got me? Marcus, what's going on, family? Well, hey. Let me go in here, guys, and do what I got to do so I can get back to the Krizot and get this read on, get my salad together. Or maybe tonight I'll have some beans. Because I got the taste for some beans with some onions. And maybe a couple of taters chopped up in it. But anyway, like I said, love you guys. Share this. It's with all due respect, all right? And I'll see y'all here shortly.